Namaste. Welcome to your Prenatal Yoga Modified Sun Salutations. I'm Sarah Walsh. In this video, we'll explore modifying the sun salutations for Sun A, B, and a progressing Sun B. For your sun salutations, you'll need a yoga mat and 2 blocks or books if you have them. As always, if something doesn't feel right, avoid doing it or back off your range of motion. Let's begin. Start in standing or Tadasana with your feet hip width apart. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, palms to touch if you can. Bend the knees, hands through prayer for a forward fold. Reach for your blocks if you need them. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands onto the floor and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank pose. Lower the knees, chest, and chin, bending at the elbows. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, lift the hips up and back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet in slightly if you need to and stay here for a few breaths. You can bend the knees slightly to lengthen the back. Reach your heels down towards the floor and press your middle finger and thumb into the ground. Breathe in and out, 3-dimensional breath, expanding the ribs in all directions. At the bottom of your next exhale, walk your feet forward or hands back or both. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees deeply, hands to hips, and rise up using the power of the legs. Release the hands. Inhale, bend the knees for chair pose, Surya Namaskara B. Exhale, forward fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. This time, inhale, reach the right leg up into the sky, step it forward to the outside of the right hand, wiggle it forward or help it forward. Lower the back knee and find your blocks. Feel free to cushion the back knee by rolling up the mat or placing a blanket underneath. Have the right foot on the outside of the right hand to accommodate a bigger belly later in your pregnancy. If you have the space, the foot can come in between the hands. Roll the shoulders back and send the chest forward. On the bottom of your next exhale, send the hips back, walk your hands back with you, straighten the front leg. Inhale, look forward, exhale, fold over the straight front leg. Peel your right toes towards your face to flex the front foot. Breathe in, breathe out. Adjust the blocks accordingly. You might need more height or less height depending on the tightness of your hamstrings. On your next inhale, rebend the front leg, blocks off to the side, and plant your hands on the ground. Curl the back toes under, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank pose, lower knees, chest, chin for your modified push-up. Inhale, press back up to plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left leg up to the sky for the other side. Step the foot forward or wiggle it forward. Lower the back knee, find your blocks, and reach the chest forward in your low lunge. Keep the left knee stacked on top of the heel and glue the left knee in towards your left arm to activate the muscles in the leg. Long spines, full breaths. Inhale, exhale. At the bottom of the exhale, send your hips back, straighten the front leg. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold over the front straight leg. Again, hands to blocks on any height, higher or lower than what I have. Flex the foot actively. Breathe in, breathe out, opening up the back of the leg and your back. Bend the knee on your next inhale, blocks off to the side, hands to floor, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank pose, lower the knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, press back up to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for a few breaths or lower the knees for child's pose. You may have noticed I've taken out upward facing dog in our sun salutations in pregnancy. This is to decrease any chance of separating the abdominal wall. So instead, we opt for a safe plank push-up modification to err on the side of caution. On your next exhale, walk your feet forward or hands back or both. Hands to blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees deeply, sit back into chair pose, reach the arms overhead, and exhale, hands through prayer, Tadasana. Adding on, inhale, bend the knees, sit back, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right leg up into the sky. Step it forward. You can always reach your hand around your foot to bring the foot forward. This time the back knee stays lifted. Find your blocks to support you and give you more space. Glue the right knee towards the right shoulder and power up the back leg by pressing firmly into the back foot. On the bottom of your exhale, straighten the front leg and step the back foot in so the legs are about 3 feet apart. Inhale, look forward. You might need to adjust the block height. Exhale, forward fold over into pyramid pose. Again, to accommodate a bigger belly, the right foot's out to the side slightly to allow for more space. Press through the back foot, open up the back of the legs, and breathe deeply into the stretch. Keep drawing the right hip back and the left hip forward. Soften in the shoulders and release the head completely. Inhale, look forward, blocks out to the side, hands to the floor, bend the front leg and step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank pose, lower the knees, chest and chin. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg reaches up to the sky, step it forward, wiggle it forward however you can get it there. Hands to the block, back knees lifted in this low lunge variation. Think about drawing the inner thighs together like you have 2 magnets to really activate the legs as you get the stretch. Lift out of the hands, maybe even float them off the blocks to really power up those legs. Breathe in. As you exhale, step the back foot in, straighten the front leg, adjust the blocks if you need. Inhale forward, exhale, fold. Again, left hip slowly draws back in space as the right hip draws forward. Press evenly between both feet as you lengthen the heart towards the front foot. On your next inhale, blocks off to the side, bend the front knee, hands to the floor, exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll your way forward to plank pose, exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, press back up, exhale, downward facing dog. Walk the feet in slightly if you need as we hold downward facing dog or child's pose for a few breaths. Reground, reconnect to your pranayama, to your vital life force. Breathe for you and breathe for your baby, bringing in oxygen, bringing in nutrients. On the bottom of your exhale, walk your feet forward or your hands back or a combination. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the blocks. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sit deeply, reach the arms overhead, and exhale, come to rise, hands through prayer, Tadasana. Great job. Thank you for joining me for these modifications of Prenatal Sun Salutations. If you'd like some more prenatal yoga classes, Pilates classes, and fit classes, you can join us at drishtiyogateachertraining.com for our full prenatal fit course. Namaste.